Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, collective, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. Right, so let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. So let's go. Messages for the collective. Let's do this. Okay. So you were coming in with the Fool card, and you were also coming in with Judgment here in your reading. So I'm going to do something here, guys. Yep. Okay. It comes in as, I want to take action, but I don't know what action to take, here in your reading. But what it can also talk about here, collective, now this could be both you and your person, it comes in as being in a situation. This is your everyday life here. This could be people that you work with. Here, guys, personal relationships here when you're coming in with the Judgment card. Here in your reading, dealing with that, being amongst that, but your mind is wandering here. And it's thinking about other things. That's how that's coming in. Yeah. It's coming in as, I don't want to be here, but I have to be here. You may feel pressured. You may be under a contract here. There may be obligations and responsibilities here that you need to fulfill here in your reading. That's how those two cards are coming in. And now that you've gotten so far within, or you've created a routine or a schedule here where you're doing certain things every day, day in, day out, what I get there in your reading, it's coming in as unfulfilling. That's what I'm getting. Because your inner knowing, your intuitive compass is wanting to go to other places, is what it talks about here, is wanting to experience other things here in your reading. That's what I'm getting with those two cards. Yeah, of course, what it can talk about there with the Judgment card in terms of the environment that you're in, it comes in as, it does come in as listening to other people here, in a sense, or being governed by other people here. See, what I get here in your reading is that when you first embarked on a new, let's say, job, all right, guys, the excitement was there. You were ready for it. Okay, great. This is what I want to do here in your reading. Now that it's become a routine or a schedule here in a sense, there's no room. This is what I'm getting with the Fool card in terms of yourself and your person. There's no room to grow here. Where that passion and that desire that you had for the job in the beginning, the initial stages here, has kind of filtered out. And so on the inside, what it tells me here, like I said, your inner knowing is wanting to move on, is what it's talking about. Wanting to look at other opportunities. Is it possible here? You're coming in with, man, so let's say you are a cleaner. Nothing wrong with cleaners either, here, guys. And you're damn good at it. You're the best, all right, guys. But you're coming in with, while you're cleaning, doing your job here, you get these intuitive nudges. And what I get here in your reading is that you're getting reminded of passions that you once had towards, let's say, fitness, let's say, baking here. Okay, that's what's coming in with the Fool card. So when your mind wanders, it goes towards other opportunities that you may have overlooked here. It's like, oh man, I always wanted to be a singer here. That's how those are coming in. It's like I want to do things with myself. I want to change my hairstyle. That's what I'm also picking up. I want to change my hairstyle. I want to change my physical appearance. I'm sick and tired of having to wear a uniform. I want to look different. That's part of what's happening here in your reading. Let me keep going here, guys? But that's how those two cards are coming in. Now, this is both you and your person. Like I said, past passionate endeavors that were once opportunities here, they're coming back in. That's what I'm getting. You're thinking about them at this point in time. All right, let's go. Oh, thank you. All right, there you go. All right, so you have the Page of Wands, you have the Three of Cups, and you're also coming in with the Nine of Cups here. 12, yeah. It comes in as, with these cards on the board, it comes in as slipping back into a routine here. Slipping back into, like I said, that routine here in your reading. Even though both you and your person here are wanting certain things to happen, what I'm getting here in your reading is that you still just slip back into the past. You still slip back into doing things the way in which you're doing things at this point in time here. Doing what everybody else is doing is what it talks about here in your reading. Not wanting to stand out. That's what it's saying. Even though you are wanting to be a fabulous baker here, what I get here in your reading is that when you get with people, you slip back into a past, or you slip back into patterns and habits here. Because to be a baker may involve, for you here, a lot of hard work. So, for both you and your person, it's much easier here to stay where you are. Coming in the way that you are here. See, it comes in as, of course, you're dreaming about it here, guys. You want to do it here, but it's coming in as just talking about it. and even with talking about it, it creates that, well, it inspires you and it motivates you here, but then it's the pattern and the habit. That's how it's coming in here in your reading. Then it just remains an idea, is what I'm getting here, guys. Yeah. See, what I also get with the Page of Wands, I also get here is that you may react or you may be resentful here in your reading towards other people, is what it talks about. So you know you want to make changes. This is both you and your person. You know you want to make changes because what you're doing has become boring. I mean, straight up here, coming in with the Judgment card. I was just like everybody else. We're all doing the same thing. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want this lifestyle anymore. I want something for myself. I want to do something for myself. And so you're talking about it. That's what it talks. That's what it's saying here. You're talking about it, and what it can talk about there, collective, is looking for advice and guidance. Or should I do this? And look, I want to be a baker. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I should be a baker? And it's the responses that you're getting. It's the reactions here that has become a pattern and habit here, guys. Because what it can talk about there in your reading is that you're just asking the same people here. It's like asking people in your social clique and your friend group here, should I do this? This is what I want to do. But it's not creating any kind of change, is what it talks about. So you do want to take action here, guys, but it's coming in as you're only going to take a little action because you need support. That's what that Page of Wands is saying. You want the support of your friends and your family here. There's a fear factor here to step outside of that and do things for yourself, is what I'm getting. But with the Judgment card coming in, you know you need to. That's what it's saying here, guys. Alright? Okay, let's keep going. You feel it. You know it. Here. Okay, so you were coming in with the Knight of Swords. You're coming in with Temperance. And you were also coming in with the Two of Pentacles here in your reading. So I get here, yeah, you are looking for guidance. You do seek information coming in with the Knight of Swords here in your reading. But it's telling me here is that doesn't matter how often you talk about it, how often you get with people here and talk about your idea. What I get there in your reading is that is causing a blockage and a delay for you to make, and your person, to make the changes that you were wanting to make, because you want it's coming in as, so if this was your person here, wanting your person to come towards you here in your reading. But what it talks about here in with the Judgment card coming in, it talks about, so what's different? What's the difference between you and you now and you in the past? Has there been changes? Are we dealing with these patterns and habits, is what it talks about here in your reading. And coming in with the Knight of Swords, like I said, this is both you and your person. It's wanting to know what is the changes that I need to do. Now with this Knight of Swords, what I'm picking up here in your reading is that you already know what you need to do. You already know what these changes are, because you're coming in with the Fool card and you are coming in with Judgment here in your reading. Now, because there are delays, blockages here, guys, things that are a bit of a hindrance here in your reading, you are coming in with the Two of Pentacles. And so what the Two of Pentacles is talking about there is potentially here in your reading, you're going to have to put your ideas into your reality here, especially if these is something, some kind of passionate endeavor is what I'm getting. There needs to be a start point. But the start point here in your reading is just to talk about it. The way in which it's coming in. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, so you have the Hanged Man card. All right, the Hanged Man card here. So what it talks about there, like I said here in your reading, a lot of what you are wanting to do and you're wanting to create here, I do get you're doubting it, and you could very well be second guessing that, coming in with Temperance, and this is causing the delay. The delay here, guys, this hindrance, this blockage is actually yourself. See, it comes in as, I know I want to do it. I know I can do it. Now you have to take that action, is what it's saying here in your reading. That's how that Hangman card is coming in. And this is how most of your cards are coming in, to be quite honest. It's easy just to slip back into patterns and habits, a past routine here, where you've only just talked about it, coming in with the Page of Wands. Of course, this is both you and your person, coming in as the Hanged Man here. The sacrifice here, guys. So what's the sacrifice here? See, it's awkward. It's awkward to choose yourself. That's what your reading is saying. It's awkward because you are so deep and entrenched with your friends and your family. I'm not saying anything's wrong about that here, guys, but it's coming in as, yeah, but I need my family to push me here. And nothing wrong with that here, okay, collective? But what it talks about here in your reading, take the step to do this for yourself here. The Hanged Man card. The sacrifice here, guys, is to come first, not your person. That's what I'm picking up. All right, so let's pull some letters. Now these could be initials, first and last name initials here, guys. This could also be, I'm also going to create some keywords and also some names here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's have a look. All right, we don't need those ones. I don't think we need 2 T's. All right, let's go. Oh man. All right. Put the E back. Okay, let's have a look here, guys. You've got deaf here in your reading, deaf, okay. You have faint here. You also have pain here, guys. You have rain. You have fear. You also have tear here. You've also got zip here, guys. Zip. You also have rip. And you have nipped. Ripped and nipped. You have far. You have 10 here. Okay, let's have a look. See if we can come up with some names. You have Tan here, guys. Well, you have Fred. You also have Frida here. You also have Peter. Or Peter and Peter here, guys. You have Dane here. You've got Fritz here, guys. You have Fran here. You also have Zeta and Rita. Let's have a look. You have Tandy. You also got Andy here. All right, let's do your letters. All right, guys. Okay, so your letters are A-N-D-I, F-R-E-P, T-R-Z. You have Zane here, guys. You have Rennie. You also have Denny. All right, I'm going to leave it there. You have Diaz. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your video, and I'll catch you later. Bye.